What's up, all my Ewoks, Shovels, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about House of the Dragon Season 2. Now, before I get into the review, take in mind that out of all of the seasons of Game of Thrones and now the 2 seasons of House of the Dragon, the lowest rated episode was Game of Thrones Season 8 finale with a 4.0, and then now, after the finale for House of the Dragon Season 2, it is the second lowest rated episode with a 6.8. So I know what some of you guys are thinking, a 6.8 out of 10 isn't that bad. Let me explain to you why so many people are outraged about this season finale and comparing it to the entire series finale, which was a dumpster fire of Game of Thrones. So this was my initial reaction to it, and I tweeted this right after I finished watching the episode last night. Just finished House of the Dragon Season 2 finale. Without spoiling it, this entire season, aside from one episode, was basically filler before Season 3, and now we wait for 2 years.
Damn.
So naturally, when you have a TV show that's famous for high action and intense drama, and you got all these magical special effects with dragons, when you have an entire season, aside from one episode, that's all filler, naturally people are going to be disappointed. Now, let me go through. I have the entire season episode list show up, and let me just give you a brief one sentence as to what happened in every single one of these episodes. Episode 1. Rhaenyra, after finding her son's dead body, goes back to Dragonstone, and she is angry, looks intensely at the fire, and basically wants blood. Episode 2. Daemon sends assassins to go and kill Aemon since he killed Luke, but instead they find Helena's twins, and they cut the head off of the boy. Episode 3. Rhaenyra's pissed because now everyone's labeling her a baby killer since Daemon is the one that sent the assassins to go and kill Aemon, and they failed and killed a child instead. Her and Daemon fight. He goes off to Harrenhal, basically not abandoning her, but it looks like he abandons her, and Helena is sad. Alicent is angry, and Aegon is pissed. Then we have episode 4, the absolute best episode in the entire season, if not series. This is where we get the very first dragon battle between Aegon's dragon, Princess Rhaenys' dragon, and Prince Aemon's dragon. Now, we're not sure if that Aegon's dragon lives or dies. He shows up not knowing about the sneak attack with Vhagar. He takes on Meleys, and Vhagar attacks both of them at the same time, leaving Aegon completely crippled, and we don't know if his dragon is alive or dead. And then Vhagar goes and kills Meleys as well as Princess Rhaenys. And it's epic, and it's sad, and that is one of the most action-packed episodes that we have gotten. Episode 5, everyone is sad. A princess and her dragon are dead. The king is all deformed, and they don't know if he's going to live or not. They don't even know if his dragon has survived. Aemon takes this time to make himself king regent, kicks Alicent out of her place, and Rhaenyra is realizing she needs more people and more dragons. And Daemon's having weird dreams, which ever since he left and went to Harrenhal, he's been at Harrenhal having weird dreams. Episode 6, Rhaenyra realizes that she needs more dragons, so she tries to enlist people of noble blood. That doesn't go so well. Her one of her knights gets burned alive and eaten by one of the dragons that he tries to attempt. And then her new girlfriend, who was formerly her husband's lover, I kid you not, now she suggests that they look into bastards, possibly riding dragons. And Daemon is still working on getting his army all together, and Aemond and all of them are plotting. Episode 7, we get new dragon riders. They were able to smuggle out a bunch of bastards, Targaryen bastards, from King's Landing to Dragonstone. They all attempt at taming them dragons, but only 2 prevail. One is Hugh, the other one is Ulf, and they get 2 dragons. So now Rhaenyra has more dragons than the Greens and can take on Vhagar. The episode ends with one of the dragons that Ulf is riding flying over King's Landing on a joyride, which lures Aemon back to Dragonstone, and Aemon has to quickly turn around because he sees, oh my god, there's like a ton of dragons over here. Da-da-da-da episode. Now guys, the big season finale, episode 8. What we have in this episode is Aemon pissed because he realizes he no longer has the upper hand. Rhaenyra does, because now she has more dragons. Daemon has amassed a huge army that is all completely loyal to Rhaenyra. Her son Jace was able to secure all of the men of the north and then the crossing of the twins with the northern armies, so that way they can all meet up at the Riverlands and Harrenhal, and they can start fighting the ground battles against the Greens. Now, we also had this weird scene where Daemon touches a weirwood tree and he starts seeing visions of like the three-eyed raven and also the Night King. Yes, I kid you not. As well as a shot of the mother of dragons herself, Daenerys Targaryen, sitting there coming fresh from the fire, rebirthed with her brand new 3 baby dragons. Now, because of this vision, Daemon realizes that everything his brother Viserys had been saying is true, that there is more to the picture than just being the king. There is the Song of Ice and Fire. There's this evil that's brewing that they need to fight, and that Viserys wanted Rhaenyra to be the one that led them, not Daemon. So Daemon puts his, pride aside and steps down and kneels to his wife and says, Rhaenyra, you were the one that my brother chose to lead us. You are the one true queen of Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms. I swear my fealty to you, my wife, which you think he would have already done that by now, but he finally did it in this episode. And we get these 2 weird scenes between Aemond and Helaena. The first scene is him trying to forcibly drag her out of the castle and force her to ride her dragon into battle with him. And she's insistent on not wanting to ever burn or harm anyone. And she doesn't want to go into war with him. And then there's another scene where after he tried to drag her out of the castle, now he's trying to be nice to her and ask for her help. And she tells him, you burned Aegon, our brother, her husband and baby daddy, and I'm not going with you. And he's like, I could kill you for treason. And she's like, it doesn't matter. You're going to die. Aegon is going to live and see a victory, and you are going to get swallowed up by the God's Eye. And Aemon starts crying. It's weird. Another honorable mention, after an entire season of feeling sorry for herself and pouting, Rhaena finally comes face to face with a dragon that she is determined to try to ride, and who knows, maybe she will next season. Now, this one character that was introduced in this last episode was a bit weird. I was confused at first. So they have this female character that in the book is originally a male character, so they did a whole gender swap thing. I saw this post and I thought it was hilarious because I was like, oh my gosh, this person is spot on. It's that one girl twin from How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm like, it's uncanny. Absolutely uncanny. But so they basically gender swapped this one character and then also combine aspects of this other character, because she makes this joke to the Lannister dude about, oh, I want you to sleep with my wives so that way you can like spawn with all of them. And he's like, how many wives do you have? But that is actually a line from another male character. So I don't know, maybe they had some kind of diversity thing checklist that they needed to check. So they took 2 male characters, combined them into one, and made it into a female character. I don't know why, but they did. And I just wanted to include this meme because I find it absolutely hilarious. These are the 3 bastards that are now dragon riders, and you can just see like right there. It's it's so perfect. And guys, that was season 2 of House of the Dragon. A big disappointment after season 1. Now, season 1 obviously had a big time jump. There was a lot going on in every episode. So I feel like when you set the standard, like that's your first season, that's the standard for the rest of the show. I think that's why this season was a big downer to everyone, because it was so fast paced last season. Everything was moving. Things were happening every single episode. So it's like if you missed it, you're like, what the? You can't watch the next episode. You have to go back and watch it because it's like, oh my God, what did I miss? Daemon was such a badass in that season, and you were just watching him. Matt Smith is obviously a fantastic actor, but it's like he commanded every single scene that he was in, even if he was just standing in the background. It's like, what is Daemon gonna do? And in this season, they just made him pissed off at his wife and pouty, having weird dreams. It was a huge letdown for that character. So obviously, you know, people like me who know what kind of performance Matt Smith can give, it just seemed like such a waste and such a letdown. And then you have Aemond, who I feel like they really were trying to build him up this entire episode, so that way, because we all know the big fight is going to be between Aemond and Daemon, and so we spent the entire first season building up Daemon, and then they spent this entire season basically building up Aemond to have him be this big bad. He's got the biggest dragon. He's so cutthroat. He'd burn his brother alive. He killed Princess Rhaenys and her dragon, and then you have him crying with his sister because his sister tells him, I had my weird sisterly witchy vision where you're gonna die, and I know that you burned our brother. And it's like, okay. And so I felt like, to me, that completely defeated that entire buildup of that character. Now, Helena has been dramatically changed from the way that she is in the book to the show, which I heard George R. R. Martin actually likes. He likes the way that the actress is portraying the character. He likes the changes. So I'm like, all right, well, I like it too. I think Helena has become a very interesting character. Helena, I feel like from season 1 to season 2 has had like a huge boost. She like, everybody wants to know, like everything that she says is a clue and a riddle to something. And so Helena, I think, is like the surprise star of this entire season. And I feel bad for her because it would be cool for her to stand out like that in an entire season that's actually interesting. And it just, the first season was, again, big time jumps. They're covering a lot of territory in the book, whereas this season was maybe, I think, like 20 pages at most. And so you're taking this short time and trying to stretch it out over an entire season. Now, I did hear that was because originally there was only supposed to be 3 seasons and it just got stretched out to 4. Yeah, as you guys can see here, it says House of the Dragon will end with season 4, confirms showrunner Ryan Condal. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. So if that's the case, they went from going to only thinking they were going to be making 3 seasons to 4, then I can understand some of the changes. And I do know for a fact that this season was supposed to have 10 episodes, not 8, so they did have to make some changes there. But still, again, you set the standard with season 1. I don't understand why you wouldn't do the follow through for season 2. And I don't understand why somebody would say, hey, let's make this creative decision to have this entire season basically be a setup for our next season. Like, why wouldn't you throw some of the cool battles in there or have more battles? It just seemed like a big waste to me. If you're going to have a filler episode, I understand that sometimes that needs to happen in a TV show because you need to explain things before certain key events happen. But when that is your entire season, obviously people are going to be upset. And I'm personally disappointed. This is a season of a TV show I don't ever need to watch again. Like, if you ever are one of those people that goes back and watches series, like, you know, there's some times where it's like, oh, I don't even like this arc. I'm just going to skip this entire, like, set of episodes. That would be this. This is one of those things where it's like, you watch the season once and you never need to see it again, except maybe that dragon fight. But anyways, guys, that is my review for season 2 of House of the Dragon. Let me know what you thought about this season down below in the comment section. I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please smash the like button. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. And if you guys do like my channel and like my content, want to support me further, maybe leave a super thanks, or also smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that your notifications are set to all. That way you actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. And with that being said, guys, until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.